What up, guys? Well, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, April 19th, 2019, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham joined forces to save the world in the newest trailer for the upcoming Fast and Furious spinoff, Hobbs Shaw. The clip released on Thursday features Johnson and Statham reprising their Fast and Furious roles as Luke Hobbs and Deckard Shaw, respectively. The formidable duo, despite not getting along in the past, learned to work together in order to stop a genetically enhanced criminal Brixton, played by Idris Elba. Brixton is after Shaw's sister Hattie, played by Vanessa Kirby, who steals a virus from him which can wipe out half of the Earth's population. Hobbs asks, "You want to tell me just why we're dealing with here?" Shaw says, "It's my sister, family business." Hobbs replies, "When it's the fate of the world, it's become my business." The trailer also features Hobbs bringing Shaw and his sister to his home country of Samoa in order to regroup. WWE star Roman Reigns makes an appearance as one of Hobbs' family members who helps his team go to war against Brixton. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw from director David Leitch is set to arrive in theaters on August 2nd. WWE star and actor John Cena is being eyed to appear in filmmaker James Gunn's upcoming Suicide Squad sequel. Cena is in early talks to join the film titled The Suicide Squad, which is set to arrive in theaters on August 6, 2021. Cena will be joining an ensemble cast that includes Margot Robbie reprising her role as Harley Quinn, Jai Courtney reprising his role as Captain Boomerang, and Idris Elba in an undisclosed role. It remains unknown which DC Comics character Cena would appear as. Gunn, the filmmaker behind Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy films, is writing and directing the project. The original Suicide Squad from director David Ayer was released in August 2016 and grossed $746.8 million worldwide. Cena, who still makes appearances on WWE periodically, was last seen in the Transformers spin-off film Bumblebee. Chucky is anything but a regular toy in the latest trailer for MGM and Orion Pictures' upcoming reboot of Child's Play. The clip released on Thursday follows Andy, played by Gabriel Bateman, who is having trouble making new friends after moving to a new city with his mother Karen, played by Aubrey Plaza. Karen decides to get Andy a new high-tech buddy toy that can connect to multiple smart home devices. The buddy toy turns out to be a killer known as Chucky, however, who begins to wreak havoc around the city. Chucky is featured hacking into multiple smart devices, such as cars and drones, in order to kill his victims. Andy, as the bodies continue to pile up, teams up with other kids his age in order to confront Chucky. Detective Mike Norris, played by Brian Tyree Henry, is also featured as he begins to investigate Chucky's crime spree. Child's Play, based on the 1988 film of the same name and directed by Lars Klevberg, is set to arrive in theaters on June 21st. Mark Hamill is set to voice Chucky. The cast of Avengers Endgame, including Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, Scarlett Johansson, who plays Black Widow, and more, answered a variety of comedic and unique questions on The Late Show. The segment, titled Just One Question, featured the staff of The Late Show on Wednesday, asking the cast to comment on a number of topics, including how they compare to their superhero counterparts and what secrets can they share from Endgame. Johansson was asked, "If you could have a superpower in real life, which one would you choose?" She replied, "I think I would want a power to just get rid of all the garbage, so like a superhero garbage man." Evans, meanwhile, was asked if Captain America would ever consider running for president. The actor says, "I think he does more good outside the system, like Oprah, but with more punching." Chris Hemsworth, Thor, who plays Thor, Brie Larson, who plays Captain Marvel, Mark Ruffalo, who plays Hulk, Don Cheadle, who plays War Machine, and Jeremy Renner, who plays Hawkeye, were also featured in the skit. Avengers Endgame is set to arrive in theaters on April 26. The latest trailer for the superhero epic features Captain America and Iron Man reuniting for the first time since Civil War. Kristin Cavallari thinks Mischa Barton joining The Hills reboot is an interesting decision. The 32-year-old television personality weighed in during Wednesday's episode of Watching What Happens Live after Barton joined the MTV series The Hills: New Beginnings. She said with a laugh, "It's interesting. I would say I was surprised too. I'm curious like everybody else to see it. I can't wait." Cavallari teased drama to come from Barton, saying the 33-year-old actress had the hardest time with returning to Hill's star Stephanie Pratt. She shared, "I heard Stephanie Pratt is sort of stirring the pot." Cavallari starred on The Hills during its original run on MTV, but will not return for the reboot. She responded to her former co-star Whitney Port, saying the group's trip to Paris on the show never actually happened. She says, "This is the first time I'm hearing about this. This was my pre-time. I never heard of that, but I can tell you most of my stuff wasn't real. I'm going to take that road and say maybe it's true." She also added, "I'm just happy that more people are finally coming out and saying stuff wasn't real, because for the longest time it was just me. So thank you, Whitney." The Hills' New Beginnings premieres June 24th on MTV. Barton herself said in the April issue of Cosmopolitan, "There's drama to come in the new series." The actress told the magazine, "I sometimes get in over my head. I didn't consider the fact that they are all close friends. They're family girls. They all have husbands or ex-husbands and babies." She says, "I was afraid that obviously the drama would land on me because I don't have babies. The bulk of the drama comes from the history they've had." Jason Momoa shaved his beard to promote recycling. The 39-year-old actor shaved his beard for the first time since 2012 in a video Wednesday to tout the use of aluminum cans over plastic water bottles. Momoa wrote on Instagram, "Goodbye Drago, Aquaman, Declan, Baba," referencing to his Game of Thrones, Aquaman, Frontier, and Sea roles. He said, "I'm shaving this beast off. It's time to make a change for the better for my kids, your kids, and the world." He encouraged fans, "Let's make a positive change for the health of our planet. Let's clean up our oceans, our land. Join me on this journey. Let's make the switch to infinitely recyclable aluminum, waters, and cans, not plastic." The video shows Momoa walking through sand and rocks on what appears to be the set of Gunn. The film is filming in the Jordan Desert. Momoa said in the clip, "2012 is the last time I shaved. Most importantly, I just want to do this to bring awareness. Plastics are killing our planet, and I think I have a solution." He adds, "There's only one thing that can really help our save the planet and our planet, as long as we recycle. That's aluminum. About 75% of all aluminum that's ever been used is still in circulation today. It's 100% recyclable." Momoa developed his own line of water that uses aluminum cans. The product still comes in sparkling, alkaline, and spring varieties. The actor says, "Just water, but I feel good about it because I know I'm going to recycle this, and I know we can recycle it. The thing can be a can in 60 days the rest of its life." Momoa is known for playing Khal Drogo on Game of Thrones and the title character in Aquaman. He'll next portray Duncan, Idaho in the Dune remake from Denis Villeneuve. Publisher HarperCollins has announced that Demi Moore's memoir titled Inside Out will be released on September 24th. The book, penned by Moore, will explore the Hollywood star's career and personal life, including her battle with addiction, body image issues, childhood trauma, and how she balanced stardom with raising a family. As VP and executive editor of the Harper's imprint, Jennifer Barbs, who is editing the memoir, said in a statement, "Sometimes Inside Out is first and foremost a woman's story, that the woman in question happens to be one of the most celebrated actresses of our time, only to make her journey of vulnerability, strength, and self-acceptance all that resonates." And she also continued by saying, "I think readers are going to be surprised and moved by this book, which Harper is extremely proud of." Moore is an actress, producer, and director best known for her roles in St. Elmo's Fire, About Last Night, Ghosts, A Few Good Men, Indecent Proposal, and G.I. Jane, among others. Moore shares 3 daughters with her ex-husband, Bruce Willis, including Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah Bell Willis. Abby Lee Miller is looking back on the 1-year anniversary of her emergency spinal surgery. The 52-year-old television personality recounted her misdiagnosis, treatment, and months of physical therapy in an Instagram post Wednesday as she recovers from Burkitt lymphoma, type of cancer. Miller shared a photo showing the scar from her surgery. The scar runs along the length of her spine. Miller captioned the post, "1 year ago, I underwent emergency surgery for an infection in my spine. This mass tumor choking my spinal cord turned out to be Burkitt lymphoma." She said, "I endured 10 rounds of chemotherapy, another spine surgery was needed, and I still have one more still to go. I struggled through the months of physical therapy and then learned to sit up again, to crawl up as I struggle. Those months of physical therapy to learn to sit up again, to crawl, maybe with the miracle someday I'll walk." The diagnosed mom says doctors initially ignored her science for losing this. She wrote, "Why did the ER doctors on duty do their jobs? I came in twice with the same symptoms. Why didn't somebody..." Shahs of Sunset stars Mercedes MJ Fight is a new mom. The 45-year-old television personality welcomed a baby boy, Shams Francis, with husband Tommy Fight on Wednesday. He says Javid and Fight named their son Shams after Javid's late father. The couple chose Francis after Faith's late mother. Javid rep says, "One wants to give eternal goodbye." That was announced her pregnancy in October. She was hospitalized during a miscarriage scare in December and voiced her gratitude in an Instagram post this month. The star wrote, "Words cannot describe the gratitude I'm feeling for these blessings in life. We are at the home stretch and ready to enter the biggest new chapter of our lives." She says the love between Tommy and I is a blessing, one, and of course, but sharing this experience together is beyond both of our expectations. Javid starred on Shahs of Sunset, which completed its 7th season on Bravo in November. Her former co-star Jayan James Corden and Andrew Garfield tried to land roles in HBO's Game of Thrones in a new Late Late Show sketch, which aired Thursday. Corden and Garfield comically dressed up as multiple Game of Thrones characters, including Jon Snow and Drogon, as they delivered lines from the casting. The duo repeatedly failed as they topped the auditions despite their best efforts. Corden is featured being unable to remember Hodor's lines despite the character only ever saying his name, while Garfield takes his method acting too far when he goes to kiss his sister while portraying Jaime Lannister. The audition tape ends with Corden and Garfield both getting naked, with the pair proclaiming that they've portrayed any of the various characters they get on the show. The audition tape ends with Corden and Garfield both getting naked, with the pair proclaiming that they will portray any of the various characters that get nude on the show. The 8th and final season of Game of Thrones airs on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on HBO. The premiere episode was watched by 17 million views. Anna Faris says there's been talk of a house-splitting sequel. The 42-year-old actress discussed the 2008 movie's lingering popularity and the possibility of a sequel during Thursday's episode of Watch What Happens Live. Faris says, confirming details on the sequel, "There's a lot of love in that movie. I love it that people still appreciate me and can relay the discussion on the task. I have a fantasy of bringing Shelley back as long as it's a country singer." Faris played Shelley Darlington, an aspiring Playboy model who becomes the house mother of a sorority in The House Bunny. The film co-stars Colin Hanks, Emma Stone, Kat Dennings, Rumor Willis, and Catherine McPhee. McPhee and Faris celebrated the movie's 10th anniversary in August. Faris captioned a photo on Instagram of herself in an all-pink ensemble. 10 years ago, I couldn't believe I was wandering around the Playboy Mansion wearing this. I love you guys. Thank you for your all-out ensemble. Today marks the 20th year anniversary of The House Bunny. Iconic, if I did say so myself. Denny said. Faris is also known for playing Cindy Campbell in the first 4 Scary Movie films. She addressed her absence from Scary Movie 5 on Watch What Happens Live. The actress said, I didn't see all of it. Truthfully, here's what I thought. I always joked that I was too old. They wanted to revamp the brand or whatever. But I thought everybody did an amazing job. As far as those movies is concerned. Faris portrays Chrisley Plunkett on the CBS series Mom, which is in its 6th season. The Peabody Board of Jurors announced the 9 entertainment winners and 1 children's winner that will be honored at the 70th Annual Peabody Awards. The entertainment winners include television shows The Good Place, Killing Eve, Barry, The Americans, Patriot Act with Hazan Minhaj, Random Acts of Flyness, Posse, and The End of the Fucking World, along with 1 comedy special, Hannah Gadsby, Nanette. Steven Universe won in the CBS category. A Peabody Award ceremony will be held on May 18th at the Capriani Wall Street, with Ronan Farrow serving as host. Sesame Street will be honored with the Institutional Award for 50 years of educating and entertaining children around the world, and actress Rita Moreno is set to receive the Peabody Career Achievement Award. Lily Tomlin hopes to live long enough to see the 9 to 5 sequel release. The 79-year-old actress gave an update during Thursday's episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show on the new movie co-starring Jane Fonda and Dolly Parton. Tomlin says they're writing it at the moment. Jane and I were just chatting about it recently. We hope that we live to see it. We're very advanced in years. I said to her the other day, I wonder which one of us will go first. She assured the audience, don't worry about it. Tomlin, Fonda, and Parton played Violet, Judy, and Dora Lee in the original 9 to 5, which opened in theaters in 1980. Tomlin says Fonda, who turned 81 in December, is in good shape and in good health. Tomlin says she's incredibly well fit for her age, even not for her age. For someone who's 20 years old, she'd be well fit. She says, I have worked out with her and I faked it very well. In the old days, we were on 9 to 5. I would drag my mat out of vision off the mirror and kind of huff and puff. She never stopped. She's been working out for years. Tomlin and Fonda had discussed the 9 to 5 sequel during a joint interview on the Ellen DeGeneres Show in January. Fonda said at the time, we're trying. We've got people writing it, hopefully. Fonda previously said at a Television Critics Association panel, she, Tomlin, and Parton intend to be in the sequel. She says, my role is as an executive producer, and I'm working with the writers and Lily and talking to the writers. Tomlin and Fonda also star in the Netflix series Gracie and Frankie. The show co-stars Sam Waterston and Martin Sheen and was renewed for a 6th season in January. Lionel Richie detailed on Jimmy Kimmel Live how his friend Stevie Wonder once pulled off an epic prank by acting like he was going to drive a car. Richie on Thursday explained how Wonder, who is famously blind, had always had a sense of humor and is a practical joker. The prank involved Wonder inviting Richie into a car in order for him to listen to a new song on a cassette tape when Wonder suddenly took the driver's seat. Richie says he puts the cassette in, he cranks the car up, and then he puts it in reverse and starts going down the driveway. I said, Stevie. He goes, I got you. Richie, who is going to be on tour once again, will be performing alongside Wonder at the Hyde Park in London on July 6th. Richie says, I want to go on first for an obvious reason. When Stevie goes on, he plays until he gets tired. Madam X, Madonna's 14th studio album, is scheduled for release on June 14th. Live Nation, Interscope Records, and Maverick announced Wednesday. The first track for the record is Milliardine, the 60-year-old music icon's collaboration with Colombian superstar Maluma. It is now available digital platforms. The special program, MTV Presents Madonna Live and Exclusive, Milliardine video world premiere, is slated to air on the cable network on April 24th. Madonna, who has lived in the Portuguese city of Lisbon for years, said in the statement, "Lisbon is where my record was born. I found my tribe there and a magical world of incredible musicians that reinforce my belief that music across the world is truly all connected and is the soul of the universe." Authorities released rapper Kodak Black on bail Thursday after he and 3 other men were arrested at the U.S.-Canada border. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection arrested the 21-year-old born Bill Capri on Wednesday for criminal possession of a weapon and second-degree and unlawful possession of marijuana while attempting to enter the United States from Canada via the Lewiston-Queenstown Bridge. James O'Callahan, the public informant officer for the New York State Police, told CNN there was an undeclared Glock 9mm pistol in the Cadillac Escalade that Capri was in as he attempted to cross the border. Another car was traveling with the group, and police said the driver declared 2 loaded handguns, but then declared a third that was found in the trunk. A Glock 43, a Glock 45, and a mini Draco pistol were seized from the vehicle, Buffalo, New York TV news station WKBW reported. Authorities also found marijuana in that vehicle. CBP officer Kevin Cosaro said during a preliminary inspection, questions were asked, and at that point they made a declaration of being in possession of both marijuana and firearms. Police also arrested Stetson President, 24, Madro Smith, 20, and Anthony St. Louis. All 4 were arraigned in Lewiston County and taken to Niagara County Jail. Officials released Capri after he posted bail of $40,000 or $20,000 in cash. All 4 men were due to appear in court on the charges in May. Hip-hop group Cypress Hill received the 2,650th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on Thursday during a ceremony in Los Angeles. The 4 members, Sensei Sendog Reyes, Lawrence D-Day Muggs, Mugarud Lewis for Be Real Freeze, and Eric Bubble Correa, were presented with their award for their decades-long career in music, which included becoming the first Latino-American hip-hop group earning a platinum record. Comedian George Lopez says, "There's a lot of actors, there's a lot of comedians, there's a lot of entertainers who are on this star, but there's only one Cypress Hill, the first Latino hip-hop group, but to everybody that lives the American dream, not the last Latino hip-hop group to be on the Walk of Fame." Reyes and his brother Upsilon Sergio Reyes originally formed the group DVX, devastating vocal excellence with Freeze and Mugrud, while Yupriano and Sergio Reyes left the group to launch solo careers as Mellow Man Ace. The remaining members were joined by Correa to form Cypress Hill. The group released its self-titled debut album in 1991, selling more than 2 million copies, and their second album, Black Sunday, debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Top 200 album charts in 1993 and was certified triple platinum, selling more than 3 million copies. In 1993, Cypress Hill received a Grammy for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or a Group for their single Insane in the Brain, and received 2 more nominations for I Ain't Going Out Like That and Throw Your Sets in the Air the following year. Freeze says, "A lot of labels passed on us when we were shopping our music because they didn't get where we were coming from and didn't understand the orthodox style of music that we were trying to put out there." The group's most recently released their 9th studio album, Elephants on Acid, late last year. Rapper Exhibit said during the ceremony, "You are our Rolling Stones, our Grateful Dead. You are the West Coast Public Enemy. You stood the test of time, and we cherish you and love you for everything you've done collectively and individually." Publisher Z2 Comics has announced a new graphic novel centered around the Grateful Dead set to arrive in April 2020. The graphic novel, titled Grateful Dead Origins, will explore the creation of the band and the early days of members Jerry Garcia, Phil Lesh, Bob Weir, Pigpen, Bill Cruxman, and Mickey Hart. Chrisman Zickwicks is penning the project, which will feature art by comic book veteran Noah Van Sciver. Grateful Dead Origins will be available in a softcover standard edition and in a hardcover limited edition. The hardcover version, which can be pre-ordered for $99.99, will include prints autographed by the comic book creators and unreleased Grateful Dead tracks on vinyl. Grateful Dead audiovisual archivist and legacy manager David Lemieux said in a statement, Chris and Noah have captured the Dead sensibility in their words and images that brings to life on the pages of the early days of the Grateful Dead. From the band's founding in 1965 through Woodstock, we couldn't be happier to be partnering with such talented artists who have delved so deeply into the Dead's history and origins. And as your entertainment report for Friday, April 19th, 2019, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app. Search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great Easter weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.